Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you.
Tell me why, pretty baby.
Number 8. Joe Louis Walker's guitar spoke for all of us, telling stories of struggle and triumph in every note. These words from the Blues Hall of Fame capture what made him unforgettable. Walker, who passed away at the age of 75, was best known not only for his mastery of the blues but for reshaping it. He blended gospel, funk, jazz, and rock into something bold, raw, and deeply soulful. His music resonated with both longtime fans and a new generation of blues lovers worldwide. Raised in San Francisco's Fillmore district, Walker grew up surrounded by music. By age 16, he was already making waves on the Bay Area club scene. That early fire never faded. Over 6 decades, he recorded more than 30 albums. His debut, Cold as the Night, launched him into global recognition. He won multiple Blues Music Awards, earned a Grammy nomination, and was inducted into the Blues Hall of Fame. But stats alone can't measure his significance. Walker's collaborations with legends like B.B. King, Bonnie Raitt, Ike Turner, and Taj Mahal produced electric moments in blues history. His guitar was fierce, his voice thunderous, and his performances left audiences exhilarated. Beyond the stage, he gave generously of his time to younger musicians. He mentored rising artists with patience and passion, never forgetting where he came from, and always lifting others along the way. NPR once called him a legendary boundary-pushing icon of modern blues. Rolling Stone described his sound as ferocious. For those who heard him live, those descriptions barely scratched the surface. Walker passed away peacefully, leaving the world quieter but filled with gratitude for his life and music. His cause of death was not publicly disclosed. He is survived by immediate family members, if known, and leaves behind a legacy woven into the fabric of American music. Bonnie Raitt shared, "Joe brought truth to every note. He didn't just play the blues, he lived it, shared it, and gave it back tenfold." Walker's journey through music changed lives, inspired artists, and reminded us all of the beauty found in honesty and soul. Tributes to Joe Louis Walker. Number 7. Music is more our life than our livelihood. Nana Caymmi spoke those words not just about her family, but also about herself. Her voice was a bridge to the heart of Brazil, echoing across generations with emotion, strength, and soul. She passed away at 84, after months of battling cardiac arrhythmia in a Rio de Janeiro hospital. Though her final days were marked by suffering, her life was filled with passion, courage, and remarkable artistry. Born into a legendary musical family, Nana found her voice early, performing on the radio with her brother Dory. Her talent soon stood on its own. In 1966, at the International Song Festival, she turned boos into a standing ovation, winning the competition with Severos. That moment defined her, a fighter, a true artist. Over 6 decades, Nana released beloved albums like Renascer, Bolero, and A Noite do Meu Bem, breathing life into the songs of Dolores Duran and her father, Dorival Cayami. Her music was a delicate mix of deep emotion and technical brilliance. Whether reinterpreting Brazilian classics or creating unforgettable new work, she gave each note everything. She collaborated with giants of Brazilian music, Rita Lee, Chico Buarque, Caetano Veloso, and held her own, firmly rooted in her style yet constantly evolving. Offstage, she lived vividly. 4 marriages, many loves, and honest reflections. She didn't hide her complexities. She embraced them, honored them. In a candid interview at age 32, she called herself a neurotic lady and laughed about it, never afraid to speak the truth of who she was. Those who knew her speak of her generosity and wit. Her brother Danilo shared, "Brazil is losing one of its greatest interpreters of feeling, of everything." But she fought. For 9 months, she held on. Nana Caymmi leaves behind more than songs. She leaves echoes of emotion, tradition, and fierce individuality. A voice like hers doesn't disappear. It settles into hearts. Tributes to Nana Caymmi. Number 6. Opera is not about tradition. It's about transformation. These words often echoed with Pierre Audi's bold artistic choices and sweeping vision. At 67, Pierre passed away suddenly while working on a new production in Beijing, doing what he loved most, creating. His loss is deeply felt across every corner of the theater world. Born in Beirut and later educated at Oxford, Pierre brought a rare combination of intellect, passion, and fearlessness to his work. In 1979, he founded the Almeida Theatre in London, making it a hub for experimental theatre and contemporary music. But it was in Amsterdam where he truly reshaped the world of opera. At 30, he became the youngest opera director in the world, leading the Dutch National Opera for 3 decades. Under his guidance, it became a beacon of innovation and excellence in Europe. His daring reimagining of Wagner's Ring Cycle, placing the orchestra on stage, left audiences worldwide breathless. His Monteverdi trilogy became a blueprint for blending tradition with new vision. He never hesitated to challenge the expected. Pierre championed living composers like Kaija Saariaho and Tan Dun, commissioning bold new operas and giving voice to a new generation of talent. He worked hand in hand with artists like Anish Kapoor and Georg Baselitz, merging visual art with music in deeply moving ways. Beyond Amsterdam, his influence reached the festival stages of Aix-en-Provence and the grand halls of New York's Park Avenue Armory. Wherever he went, he brought a sense of wonder and possibility. He was a volcano of ideas, said a longtime collaborator. Working with him meant stepping into the unknown and always discovering magic. Over his lifetime, Pierre received some of the highest honors in the arts, but his greatest reward came through the work itself, through the singers he inspired, the audiences he moved, and the stages he transformed. Pierre Audi believed opera should belong to everyone, and in his hands it often did. His light will continue to shine every time a curtain rises on risk, on beauty, on something never seen before. Tributes to Pierre Audi. Number 5. It was always about the heart with Stephen, a fellow actor once said. Every role, every word, he gave it soul. Stephen Mohan, the Tony-nominated performer and writer, passed away peacefully at age 78. Known for his rich voice, sharp wit, and generous spirit, he left a lasting mark on American theater and beyond. An unforgettable figure in the original Broadway production of Cats, Stephen brought to life 3 distinctive characters: Bustopher Jones, the tender Gus, the theater cat, and the bold growl tiger. His layered performance earned him a Tony nomination and helped shape the show into a cultural milestone. He later recounted the experience in his memoir, A Cat's Diary, offering insight into the creative whirlwind behind the scenes. But his gifts weren't limited to the spotlight. Stephen also co-wrote and starred in Jolson & Co., an off-Broadway favorite where he portrayed Al Jolson with charm and energy. Audiences were moved by his heartfelt renditions of classics like Swanee and California Here I Come. Stephen's stage credits were broad and daring. He lit up roles like Moonface Martin in Anything Goes, Mr. Darling and Captain Hook in Peter Pan, and the scheming Thénardier in Les Miserables. Whether in comedy or drama, West End or regional theater, he brought everything he had, always. On screen, he lent his talents to films like Malcolm X, The Pirates of Penzance, and popular shows like Law and Order. He also shared his thoughts and creativity through writing, penning plays and essays for respected platforms. Known for his kindness and thoughtful advice, Stephen mentored younger actors who saw in him a model of grace and excellence. Friends and fans alike have spoken of his humor, depth, and unwavering empathy. His passing followed an illness, and while the news has brought deep sadness, it has also sparked an outpouring of love. One tribute read, "Stephen was the kind of artist who made you feel seen. Theater was better because he was in it. He is survived by family, friends, and a community forever grateful for his work and wisdom." Tributes to Stephen Mohan. Number 4. Power is nothing without purpose. That's how many describe Jim Dent, a man whose swing could shake the fairway and whose perseverance changed the game of golf. Jim Dent passed away at 85, surrounded by loved ones, after suffering a second stroke while recovering from one earlier in April. The news has left a deep mark on the hearts of golf fans, athletes, and those who knew just how much he gave to the game and to history. Growing up in segregated Augusta, Georgia, Dent started his journey as a young caddy on courses he wasn't even allowed to play. But he never let that stop him. He built his career with grit, grace, and a drive, literally and figuratively, that would one day make him one of the longest hitters in golf history. He turned pro in 1966 and competed in over 400 PGA Tour events. Though an official tour win eluded him, Dent's skills and determination led to 25 top 10 finishes and 4 unofficial victories. He often came close to breakthrough moments, including a near win at the 1988 Provident Classic. But it was on the Senior Tour, now the PGA Tour Champions, where Jim Dent flourished. Between 1989 and 1998, he won 12 titles and earned over $9 million. Fans across generations remember his booming drives, which helped him become the first ever World Long Drive Champion, a title he claimed twice in the mid-1970s. Off the course, Dent was a symbol of progress. He didn't just play golf, he changed what golf could mean for black athletes in America. Just weeks before his passing, he appeared at a major event in Augusta honoring Lee Elder's barrier-breaking moment at the Masters. Jim stood tall, reflecting on his journey with honesty and hope. His son Joseph said it best, "My dad lived golf. But more than that, he lived to prove that nothing, not injustice, not exclusion, could ever hold him back." Jim Dent's story is one of courage, talent, and lasting impact. He showed that power is not just in the swing, but in the will to keep moving forward, swing after swing. Tributes to Jim Dent. Number 3. His laughter was contagious. His soul was the kindest, most genuine I've ever known. These words from fellow Floribama Shore cast member Nilsa Prawant echo what so many felt about Kirk Metis, the shining spirit at the heart of MTV's beloved reality show. At just 33, Kirk Metis has left us far too soon. Known for his unforgettable presence on Floribama Shore, Kirk won the hearts of fans across the nation from the moment the show premiered. With his easy smile, magnetic energy, and loyalty to his friends, Kirk wasn't just part of the cast, he was family to many, both on the show and beyond. Over the course of 25 episodes spanning multiple seasons, Kirk brought humor, heart, and real emotion to reality TV. Whether navigating beachside antics, lifting his castmates through tough times, or jumping into fan-favorite specials like Fear Factor and How Far Is Tattoo Far, he always stayed true to himself. That authenticity built a deep connection with audiences that lasted long after the cameras stopped rolling. His kindness reached past the screen. Friends and fans remember the joy he spread, the shoulder he offered, and the light he gave. His rare gift of making others feel seen, supported, and loved defined everything he did. In early 2025, Kirk faced a serious battle with necrotizing pancreatitis and was later placed on a ventilator. Despite a wave of support, including a GoFundMe campaign and messages from castmates, loved ones, and fans, he sadly passed away from liver failure on May 2, 2025. He is deeply missed by his family, friends, and the larger MTV community. In a statement, MTV shared, "We are deeply saddened to learn of the tragic passing of Kirk Metis, a beloved member of the Floribama Shore family. Though his time was short, Kirk Metis made it meaningful. Whether cracking jokes, offering encouragement, or simply showing up for the people around him, he left lasting impressions. He inspired genuine connection and reminded us all to lead with heart. He may be gone, but his spirit, laughter, and love continue in every life he touched." Tributes to Kirk Metis. Number 2, he didn't just predict the weather, he helped people prepare, stay safe, and feel a little more at ease. That was Peter Code's quiet gift to the Maritimes for more than 5 decades. Peter passed away at the age of 82, following a lengthy battle with dementia. He died peacefully in hospital, surrounded by loved ones, after being hospitalized since November. Over the course of more than 50 years, Peter became a steady, familiar voice in households across Atlantic Canada. Rain or shine, storm or calm, he brought clarity with every forecast. His warmth and deep respect for his viewers turned him into more than a meteorologist. He became a companion through life's daily routines. In 2013, Peter's dedication earned him a unique honor. Guinness World Records certified his as the longest career ever held by a weather broadcaster at the time. His work began in 1962 and spanned significant storms, hurricanes, and winter weather that shaped the region's history. He returned to Nova Scotia in 1990 and spent 17 years as the face of evening weather on ATV's Live at 5. Later, he joined CBC, staying committed to his craft until his retirement in 2016. Whether on regional radio or national TV, Peter brought science, care, and a dash of humor to every forecast. Colleagues remember him not only for his professionalism, but for his wit, kindness, and generosity behind the scenes. Broadcaster Steve Murphy shared, "He was a broadcasting trailblazer. Did I mention his sense of humor? Rest easy, Peter." Beyond the screen, Peter was a devoted family man. He found joy in home life, away from the cameras and clouds, and never lost sight of the human side of every story he told. Peter Code leaves behind a legacy built on trust, service, and sincere connection. His calm voice and steady presence carried generations through uncertain skies. His memory, like his forecasts, continues to brighten the lives of many who grew up hearing his name. Tributes to Peter Code. What's trending on the internet? News 1. An emotional tribute emerged yesterday as Goldie Hawn shared her heartbreak over the passing of her dear friend and former Laugh-In co-star, Ruth Buzzi. The beloved comedian died peacefully in her sleep at her Texas home on May 1st at the age of 88, after spending several years in hospice care while battling Alzheimer's disease. Hawn, now 79, posted a touching black and white photo from their Laugh-In days on Instagram, writing, "My Ruthie, you're gone, and it hurts so deeply. I'll always treasure our daily calls, how we could talk endlessly, even after long days." She continued by calling Buzzi a one-of-a-kind soul who brought so much laughter and light to the world. The pair forged a strong friendship during their time on the groundbreaking NBC sketch comedy show that ran from 1968 to 1973. Ruth Buzzi was best known for her Golden Globe-winning and 5-time Emmy-nominated performances on the program, where her comedic talents shined brightly. Many celebrities offered support to Hawn following her heartfelt tribute, including her daughter Kate Hudson, who commented with heart and dove emojis. Rita Wilson also shared condolences, writing that Ruth will be remembered in my heart forever. Ruth Buzzi's remarkable career spanned decades in television, film, and stage performances. Her family announced that she died at home surrounded by loved ones. Though we've lost a comedic legend, Ruth Buzzi's contributions to American comedy will continue bringing joy and laughter to generations of fans through her timeless performances. News 2. Let's take a moment to celebrate the remarkable life of Jill Sabule, who touched so many hearts with her music and courage. Jill, a beloved singer-songwriter, passed away at age 66, following a tragic house fire. Known for her 1995 hit, I Kissed a Girl, a groundbreaking song for the LGBTQ+ community, Jill made history by opening doors for artists to be themselves, authentically and fearlessly. Her catchy tunes, like the unforgettable Supermodel from the film Clueless, became soundtracks to cherished memories for so many. Throughout her career, Jill inspired fans by paving her own way, even using one of the first fan-funded album releases to keep her music independent and true to herself. Though she'll be dearly missed, Jill's legacy of love, acceptance, and unforgettable melodies will continue to inspire generations. Tonight, as friends and fans gather in Denver to honor her, let's remember Jill's joyful spirit and her fearless commitment to being exactly who she was. News 3. 1 year ago, the world lost a remarkable young woman whose courage touched millions of hearts. Madison Beloy, known to her online community simply as Maddie, passed away peacefully on May 2, 2024, at the age of 26 after a brave battle with stage 4 metastatic stomach cancer. Now, her mother Carissa Talmadge is sharing the powerful final moments they spent together. During her final year, Maddie transformed her terminal diagnosis into a journey of profound inspiration. She documented her experiences on TikTok, where she amassed hundreds of thousands of followers who rallied behind her as she tackled her bucket list. Among her most cherished accomplishments was meeting celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay, a dream made possible by her supportive online community. What made Maddie's story so touching was her unwavering commitment to embrace joy despite her circumstances. Her fiancé Louis Risher recalled how even in her final days at her Florida home, Maddie continued expressing her desire to go outside and swim, embodying her lifelong spirit of adventure. In one of her last lucid moments, as Carissa Talmadge recently shared, Maddie awoke from a dream with what her mother described as a divine glow. She spoke of God and she told me, "He is nothing but love. Pure love. Our job is only love," Carissa recalled. This message of love became the cornerstone of Maddie's legacy. Though Maddie's time with us was cut short, her impact continues to resonate. Her story reminds us all to cherish each moment and, as she so beautifully demonstrated, to choose love and joy even in life's most challenging chapters. Maddie Beloy may have left this world, but her spirit of courage and her message of love live on in the countless lives she touched. News 4. It's hard to think of country music without thinking of Dolly Parton, and for nearly 6 decades, her rock, her private love, was Carl Dean. Just a couple of months ago, Dolly's beloved husband passed away peacefully at the age of 82 in Nashville. Their story began in 1964, right outside a laundromat on Dolly's first day in Nashville, and Carl always said that meeting her was the day his life truly began. The two wed quietly in 1966 and spent almost 60 wonderful years together, building a life full of simple joys, road trips, and quiet moments far from the spotlight. Carl was famously private, rarely appearing in public with Dolly, but he was her biggest cheerleader behind the scenes, a constant, steady presence in her extraordinary career. Dolly has shared, with all the warmth we know her for, that missing Carl is a big adjustment, but she's comforted by memories of their love and the outpouring of support from friends and fans. She says the tributes, thoughtful notes, and even flowers from around the world have meant so much, and she will always miss him. As Dolly continues to inspire the world, Carl Dean's legacy lives on in the music, laughter, and love they shared. We remember him today with gentle hearts, grateful for the quiet, steadfast love story that touched so many, reminding us all to cherish those close to us and to celebrate the everyday magic of true companionship. Number 1. It's peace we must insist on, again and again, because the cost of silence is unbearable. These were the words often echoed by Suru Uner, a voice of reason in turbulent times and a relentless advocate for dialogue over division. At 62, Turkey has lost one of its most courageous peacemakers and cultural voices. Uner passed away in Istanbul after 18 days in intensive care, following a cardiac arrest and subsequent organ failure. His death leaves a silence that once carried laughter from films, passion from political halls, and hope from peace talks. Under's life journey began in modest surroundings in Adıyaman. From working at a tire shop to sitting as a deputy speaker in the Grand National Assembly, each step reflected his belief that change begins at the ground level and rises with action. His career spanned both the silver screen and the national stage. As a filmmaker, he captured the struggles and soul of people often overlooked. As a politician, he stood against injustice with rare conviction, becoming an unexpected yet effective bridge across ethnic and political divides. He entered parliament in 2011 with the support of the Peace and Democracy Party, quickly becoming a key player in efforts to end long-standing conflict. Though not of Kurdish descent, he engaged fully in Kurdish peace initiatives, earning respect across communities for his honesty and empathy. From his unforgettable campaign as Istanbul's mayoral candidate to his role in delivering a historic disarmament message from Abdullah Öcalan, Uner never shied away from complex conversations. Even in his final weeks, he worked tirelessly to revive dialogue with the state, proving that peace was never just a slogan for him, it was his life's mission. Condolences have poured in from all sides of Turkey's political spectrum. Veteran politician Devlet Bahçeli called Uner a martyr of peace and democracy, a rare acknowledgement that underscores the breadth of his impact. Suru Uner lived many lives in one. Artist, prisoner, lawmaker, and mediator, his legacy is defined not by titles but by his unwavering dedication to understanding, fairness, and peace. Tributes to Suru Uner. She wants you to know she probably had more fun doing those shows than you had watching them. That joyful spirit defined Ruth Buzzy,